Hello there. This is Bob Miller. I'm going to start this little demo here. I decided I was going to try my hand at improving on the Clam Artic Warrior. There's a one part in particular, the rod holder part of it, that leaves a lot to be desired. People have tried various other ways of doing it, but Clam came up with the Velcro straps to attach it to your fishing rod and a few things like that. Well, that's not always the easiest thing to do when your hands are cold or anything else. And change a rod out if a guide breaks or line breaks or something. It's quite an undertaking to change a rod out. It seems like a balance is pretty important and a few things like that. But my way of doing it just simplifies things a whole lot easier. I came back, I had one kind of makeshift setup, and I came back home to clean up stuff, and it was staring me right in the face. And I thought, you dummy, the best adage is KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Well, it was right there in front of me, and I went to work and started cutting and whacking and drilling, and pretty soon I said, this is going to work. So I thought I'd better tell you guys about it here. We'll give a demo on just plainly improving on the things I found onto it and this rod holder part. Then moving on, we'll show you how we make my rod holder. As you can see, it involves cable ties and a piece of Schedule 26 1.25" PVC pipe. The Schedule 26 is nice and easy to work with. It's thin wall, and the 1.25" outside diameter is what it's referred to as. It's actually 1.1" inside. Virtually fits every fishing rod I have. I mean, every thing I have goes in. Just nice, smooth, tight fit. Fish isn't going to yank it out or anything else. So, yeah, if you're interested, you can try it. But these pieces I cut 8 inches long, and then I figured out where I need to place everything. So I took an old flat blade screwdriver, heated up red hot, and merely just burnt slots where I needed it in there to accommodate the cable ties. Now, cable ties, which I didn't realize, they have outdoor cable ties versus indoor ones. These are outdoor ones. They're rated for -40 and are UV protected and the whole 9 yards. A little pricey, but I figure out they're ice fishing, right? You want -40 is pretty low out there. So that's how we put them on there. To really get them nice and tight, tensioning tool helps you do it right. Another thing I really like is the fact that once you have your rod in there, you can adjust this back and forth to get the balance point just right and everything else. Real easy to do. Real easy to do. We have more on that, putting everything together later here, but this is what the video is basically about. Show you what I found out. In the instructions, a lot of people are having trouble with the flags and how to stow it and this sort of thing. You got to fold the holder down and put it in there. Well, this little part right here it's pretty tight. So what I do is I take a flat screwdriver and twist that out and give it some good amount of room in there. And that way the flag wire goes in there a lot deeper and stays a lot better. Having a bucket or something, pretty soon if it comes out and you don't know it, you got the flag wire all bent up and it doesn't stand up very straight at all. Mine's a little bit cockamamie right now. And that's the first thing I fixed. The next thing I focused on here was getting some way for the flag arm, warning arm, whatever you want to call this thing, to go on there better. Basically, it goes on there like that. This attaches, the silver thing attaches to your rod with a strap of Velcro, which I don't know, but this is what I came up with. It's simple, it's quick and easy. It changes up, you know, you can change the rod out, just bang. Don't have to fumble around with cold fingers in the snow and ice or anything else. And it's relatively really easy to do. My poor old skimped up left hand just doesn't really show people real well sometimes, but we get around it. But anyway, here's how we do. You know, as you can see here, we have zip ties holding that on through slots that we have melted in the side of the case here. If you can see them a little bit better, right there. Well, anyway, all I did was take an old flat bladed screwdriver, heat it up good and red hot, and just put it in there and just melted some slots that was wide enough for the zip ties to go in. And you gotta kind of be careful of which way we go through this, so the knob of the zip tie doesn't get in the way. But let's see, we'll go this way on this one. Kind of like that. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a zip tie tool, it makes it really quick and easy. This thing squirted around the world a little here. There you go, it's all fastened on there. Now what I like about this, you know how if you tried with the Arctic Warriors, you know, you gotta kind of take everything off and on, back and forth a few times to try to get the balance point right and everything else. Well, watch this. If you do it this way, you have almost 2 inches of adjustment there. That quick, it's done. You know, to get the balance right. I just kind of took this. Is actually, this plastic tight is schedule 26 by 20. Yeah, schedule 26 inches a quarter is what it is. And I just kind of scoped out a slot, cut it out. It's pretty much self-explanatory once you do it once. The second one comes a lot faster, of course, but you can do it with simple tools. I just used a broken hacksaw blade and a half-inch Forstner bit. That's all I use. But it goes in there like that, virtually any of my rods slip right in there. And one setup for pike and this sort of thing, and then you want to go to a panfish rod. Heck, even something as simple as this slides right in there. You're always out there and you got no pike are biting, but the nice trout are biting, so let's use a doggone, Arctic Warrior to catch some panfish. Not panfish, but trout or whatever you need. Now for these, I cut 8-inch pieces of this Schedule 26. You can have a little less, I think, but 6 inches just seemed to work out. It's just a scrap piece I pulled out of the heap. You know how that works. But cable ties, I didn't realize there was indoor and outdoor cable ties. These were rated for indoor and outdoor, the great darker ones here. These are to minus 40, so, okay, you're ice fishing, so why not, These are just dollar store ones. It didn't have much of a rating onto it as far as that goes, but these snap a little bit quicker, I did discover. But I did not realize there was indoor and outdoor cable ties. But yeah, as you can see, that looks nice, it's comfortable, everything sits in there. The fish isn't going to pull the rod out of the rod holder. It's too snug of a fit. If nothing else, it'll drag the whole unit in the hole, just like it would be the way Clam designed the original Arctic Warrior concept here. As you can see, it works. And it's so easy to slide this back and forth to get your balance right. And you can lighten the trip load. You can do anything right from all just sliding this thing back and forth. Just so much quicker and easier. Let's see. There's two ways you can, after you get a flag, you can take the whole unit out and fight the fish like this, just like you would with the thing on the rod, or you can take the rod completely out of the rod holder. Just matter of that, it's out, all free and handy to use just like you would any other way. Yeah, I think this is quite the much easier way to work this thing, for me anyway. Everybody might have their own opinions, but for me, it works. Well, that's my take on how to improve the Clam Arctic Warrior. Maybe you guys could get your equipment together, some tools, and play around with it yourself and come up with something even better than I did. But no, I got some special needs, you might say, to do stuff with only having one good hand. It kind of requires a little thought, and I think I've got something that works well for me. But I found out in my past ventures in life that something that works for me also works for the very able-bodied, because they didn't ever think of doing it that way. But go ahead and try it. If you have any questions, get a hold of me through Facebook or something like that. We'll walk you through a few things. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.